Yes, good morning to all. Yesterday we discussed about that what is indicator, types of indicator, and then physical properties of acids and physical properties of bases. So today we discussed about that strong acid, what is strong acid, weak acid, strong bases, and weak bases, and then chemical properties of an acids and chemical properties of base. These are the today we discussed. First we go to that strong acids. What is the strong acids? So strong acids are the acids which ionize almost completely. This is called as a strong acid. The for example of strong acids are yesterday I told you that is sulfuric acid H2SO4. Sulfuric acid is a strong acid. HCl HCl is a strong acid, and that yesterday told that as sulfuric acid is the king of acids. Next HCl, that's hydrochloric acid. HNO3, these are all that strong acids example. So then what is ionized here? So that if say for example HCl, hydrochloric acid, we take the water mixed into that water, what happen? So that hydrogen ions are releases with chlorine gas also. So this hydrogen ions in acids, always hydrogen ions are released. Okay, so if you take sulfuric acid also, so that here hydrogen ions is released. Okay, hydrogen ions is released in sulfuric acid also. So this is the main in acids, hydrogen ion is released. Next we go to that weak acids. What is a weak acids? Weak acids means the acids which ionize partially. So partially ionized, it means it does not completely ionize. It means hydrogen ions completely ionize, discharge नहीं होता. Ionize means that is example organic acids. Yesterday I told you what is an organic acids. Organic acids means which edible, just fruits which is available in fruits: apple, tamarind, grapes, lemon. These are acids called as organic acids. So in this hydrogen ions release partially. So example, this is weak acid. Is also, this one is acetic acid. So the when reacts with water, so what happens, that's acetate is formed with the release, partially release of hydrogen ions. Here also hydrogen ions is released, but partially, not completely. This is called as a weak acids. Okay, next we go to that strong base. Strong bases. So what is a strong base? Same, the bases which ionize completely. The base which ionizes completely called as a, that is strong bases, which is ionized here in the strong base. Say for example sodium hydroxide. Strong bases name is sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. These are the strong bases. So that is example we are taking here KOH here, that is potassium hydroxide, which and water. What does that is formed? OH minus. This OH ions is released in this when reacts with potassium hydroxide and releasing of potassium. Okay, that is releasing of potassium. This ion is released completely, that's OH minus. Next we go to that weak bases. What is a weak basis? The bases which ionize partially. Okay, the bases which ionize partially, that is called as the weak base. Say for example, weak base example, that is magnesium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. So these are the some examples of weak bases. And then if we take magnesium hydroxide and water, so what is that? There is a magnesium plus OH minus, that is OH minus ions is released partially, not completely. In weak bases OH ion is releases but partially. Okay, in strong bases, that is OH ions releases completely. Okay, so this is that differentiate between strong acid, weak acids, and strong bases and weak bases. Remember that some examples are written here. So that is strong acid, this is the strong acids, and this one is a weak acid, and this is strong bases, and this is weak bases. Next we go to that topic is chemical properties of acid. Chemical properties of acids. First we go to that what is the chemical properties of acids. First point is that dilute acids, when dilute acid reacts with metals. So what happens when dilute acid reacts with metals? So a general equation is that metal plus dilute acids gives salt plus hydrogen gas. So say for example, you take any example of metal, that's example of metal we are taking sodium, plus you take a dilute acid. You know that what is a dilute acid? The concentration of acid is less. Okay, it means water amount of water is more than, and the acid quantity is less, that is called dilute acid. We are taken here dilute HCl. So what is the product is formed here? Salt and hydrogen gas. You write hydrogen gas, you know that hydrogen gas is releases. And then what is that? If hydrogen gas is released, what is the remaining part is? That is NaCl. That salt is formation, NaCl. This is that one example, and you take many more examples by taking that metal. For example, zinc. Zinc plus dilute HCl, you take our H2SO4 also. Okay, sulfuric acid. So what's the product is formed? Hydrogen is released here. You write down hydrogen is released. What's the product is formation now? If hydrogen is released, what's the remaining? Zinc and sulfate. So this is zinc sulfate. Okay, so this is that product is formations if metal reacts with acids, that is salt and hydrogen gas is released. Now how we test that hydrogen gas? Test of hydrogen gas, important question hai? So an activity, by seeing an activity, take in a test tube. So it is stand, take in a test tube. So that in the test tube we take first a dilute acid. We take in a dilute acid. We take example HCl, dilute HCl acid we take here. Now we add zinc. Example we taken a metal as zinc granules. That is zinc granules. Zinc granules means the pieces of zinc called as the zinc granules. So here, after then putting that zinc granules inside the test tube, we are a one hole rubber cork is fitted it. So we are taken here a delivery tube. This delivery tube put inside that a tub which contain soap water, okay. Then what happen here, when zinc granules react with sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, that zinc sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid reacts, what's the formation here? Gas. Which gas is formation? Hydrogen gas. The hydrogen gas is released and it comes into the delivery tube, and finally it mixed into that soap solution water. Bubbles are formation here. Bubbles are formation. That bubbles consist of what? Hydrogen. And lit a candle here nearby that. Lit a candle nearby this bubbles. What it formation? It burns and with a pop sound. It burns with a pop sound. This is the test of hydrogen gas. Okay, remember this. Hydrogen test of hydrogen gas. You take one example, any one metal react with dilute acid, formations in hydrogen gas. You take the test tube and delivery tube and soap solutions. That bubbles are formation. That bubbles, we near the bubbles we lit a candle so that it burns with a pop sound. That is the test of hydrogen gas. Okay, so next we go to the next second point of chemical properties of an acid. So when dilute acids reacts with metal oxides, okay. So here also we write first what general equations, that is metal oxides plus dilute acids gives what the product is formation here. That's important. That is also that salt plus water. This is a general equation. Second, when dilute acid reacts with the metal oxides, metal oxide plus dilute acid gives what the product is? Salt and water. See, we are taken here one example. So what is that? Take metal oxide. So calcium is a metal and oxide, CaO, calcium oxide we are taken here. Dilute HCl you take, or H2SO4. We are taking here HCl, hydrochloric acid. What is the product is formed? That is salt plus water. You write down the formula of water. That's H2O. Formula of water is H2O. Here H and O is removed. Okay, what is the product is formed now? Calcium chloride. But you satisfied that valency. Calcium valency is 2, chlorine valency is 1. Then crisscross it, that CaCl2. So we balanced it here. So you put here 2HCl. Okay. So this is that when metal oxide reacts with dilute acids gives salt and water. You take one more example. So that metal oxides, say for example sodium oxide. So what is that? Valency of oxygen 2, sodium 1, crisscross Na2O. That sodium oxides plus dilute HCl you take, or H2SO4 you take. Okay, but you take dilute here. So what's the product is formed? Salt plus water. So you write down first water, H2O. Okay, the H2O is removed here. The O and H2 is removed here. What is that product now form? That is NaSO4. So that is sodium sulfate. This is a sodium sulfate. Remember that. So the valency of sodium is 1, sulfate is 2, crisscross it, Na2SO4. This is the product is formed then when metal reacts with dilute acids. Okay. Next, we go to the next chemical properties. That is third. Dilute acids reacts with metal carbonate gives salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. This is the general equations of when dilute acids reacts with metal carbonate gives salt, water, carbon dioxide. This is the third chemical properties. You take one example. Say for example, metal carbonate. First we take what we take here, sodium carbonate. That is sodium has a 2 valency. The sodium 1 valency, carbonate has a 2 valency. We crisscross it, Na2CO3. Metal carbonate means metal I taken here sodium. Carbonate is CO3. Okay, we are taken here dilute acids. Dilute acids you take dilute HCl. So what's the product is formed? See here salt, water and carbon dioxide. First you write down that here water plus H2O plus carbon dioxide CO2. So now here see here CO2 is here and H2O is here. Totally you remove that oxygen atoms, hydrogen and carbon. All that you remove it. Hydrogen, oxygen and carbon. So what's the product is formed? NaCl. That is the salt is formation NaCl. Okay. This is the product salt. NaCl plus water plus CO2, which is easily you understand it. You take one more example. Say for example, zinc carbonate. That zinc carbonate. So you take H2SO4 dilute sulfuric acid. This is a sulfuric acid, remember. So what's the product is formations? I already told you that salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. You write carbon dioxide, water plus C, and again carbon dioxide and water, H and remove, and carbon dioxide all the remove it. What is the product is formation? Zinc sulfate. Okay, this is the product is formations. Now this is one chemical properties, and then another is when metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with dilute acids gives same product, that is salt, water plus carbon dioxide. Say for example, we are taken here again sodium hydrogen carbonate. So with dilute hydrochloric acid, what is the product is formed? Salt, water and carbon dioxide. You remove that water and carbon dioxide, you write down here. So carbon and hydrogen you remove here, all the, what is the product is formation here? NaCl. Okay, this salt is formation. Okay, this is that chemical properties of an acids. Now we go to that next carbon dioxide test of carbon dioxide. How we test it carbon dioxide? So this is also important, how we test the carbon dioxide says on passing the carbon dioxide gas through lime water. So that is what it changes changes into milky. It changes into milky in color. Okay, this is the test of carbon dioxide. Here carbon dioxide is released from the delivery tube. We take that carbon dioxide and in through a lime water, so it changes into a milky. This is the test of carbon dioxide. Now we go to that neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. So neutralization reaction means what? Very simple. That is when strong acids and strong bases reacts, form salt plus salt and water. Salt and water. That is called as a neutralization reactions. Say for example, strong H2SO4 we have taken here. That is strong acid. That is you plus strong base we are taken NaOH. This is strong acid and this is the strong base. What's the product is formed? Salt plus water. You remove the water. So what is the formation? So that NaSO4, that is sodium sulfate is formation. Okay, you take one more example. Say that HCl, strong hydrochloric acid plus strong bases, that is KOH. What's the product is formation? You remove the water, so water is removed. So what's the product is formation? Potassium chloride. Potassium chloride. This is that neutralization reaction. Okay, I hope you understand. So now tomorrow we discussed about some topics of that chemical properties of bases, and then what is a pH scale, and then about the salts. Okay, thank you.